All right, this next gentleman, he is a very, very talented comic coming all the way from Chicago. Before the pandemic, he was a regular at Second City. Please put your hands together for Cory Lara.
Thank you, Marcos. Let's give it up for Marcos, everybody. I'm really grateful to be out here. Marcos has invited me to several shows at Rockford the past few months, and it's been really great being out here, testing my material outside the city. I haven't told Marcos this. It was funny. Last time I did a show with him, afterwards I went to a Thai restaurant down the street, and this is what happened. I asked the guy on tap, like, what do you guys have on tap for beer? And he was like, oh yeah, we have Bud Light, Blue Moon, and Stella Artois. And mind you, so remember, this was a white guy server in a Thai restaurant. So it's a good thing I knew what I wanted and told him, because if I had asked him for recommendations, I don't have good optimistic hopes that he would have known how to pronounce like Padlar Kimau. Like, not good hopes for that guy. Like, I don't know how he was still working there, but it is what it is. So yeah, like Marcos said, I live in the city. I live in Chicago. I live in Humboldt Park, like the Logan Square area. That's the trendy, like where all the young people live now. But I've noticed in our neighborhood, someone's been ominously spray painting the words Owen Wilson on random walls throughout the city. And I don't know about you guys, but like, I am flabbergasted that these street gangs are coming into our gentrified neighborhoods and threatening us with their gang names, Owen Wilson. Coming here with their fancy cars, trying to upset Marley and me. It's no longer a night at the museum in this city. It's a hellscape, I tell you. They are just mad Loki in there with all these Owen Wilson threats. And every time I stop to think about it, I just stop and just say, wow. This is not the city I thought it was. I don't know if you can tell, because of course, racially ambiguous, I know I am indeed Mexican-American. Happy to be here at Mi Gordito, closing out Hispanic Heritage Month. Thank you. And it's been great, I live in the city, I've been able to make a lot of Hispanic friends, especially in the comedy community, like Marcos, and it's really cool. I have this kind of gang of, Hispanic comedians I hang out with in the city, and we go to shows, support each other, and it's really great. But one thing I noticed when I hang out with them, I have this kind of theory that I think now J.R.R. Tolkien based hobbits off of Hispanic people. Because the way that I notice is when I'm hanging out with them, we always are on average shorter than all the other people that we're talking to. We have come from a culture that really prioritizes, like this quiet family life and being close to your community. We obsess over eating breakfast foods throughout the day multiple times. We enjoy partaking of pipe weed and going on adventures with the tree people, if you know what I mean. We also like going onto long, arduous treks on foot in hopes of getting into forbidden kingdoms that try to keep us out, and hopefully we get through unnoticed and, make a better life for us through upward mobility, completing our heroes' journeys. I've noticed, so how, the past year and a half we've all been on Zoom and stuff, and there's been ongoing jokes about like, oh, that Zoom meeting could have been an email, and there's been a lot of memes like along those lines. You ever think, do like those, the kids on TikTok, do they ever like watch a movie and then they're like, it could have been a TikTok? Like, do you think they would watch like Inception and be like, it was good, I like the cinematography, but Christopher Nolan really could have just done a dance and put text on it and then we could have gotten it over in a minute. Like, we get it, love makes you time travel, it's fine. Another thing I noticed is there's all the like conservative bros, they always record like their rant videos in their car. Like, they're always sitting in their car, they always have their sunglasses on, they're always yelling like at the dashboard. Like, are you telling me that a guy thinks that swallowing horse shampoo is gonna help prevent COVID symptoms, doesn't know how to operate a green screen with ample lighting and know how Adobe Cut Pro works? Like, I'm shocked, quite frankly, at that. I watched that movie Hardball recently, a classic movie with Keanu Reeves. I watched it because it takes place in Chicago, and I live near a lot of the locations where they shot it at. And I thought it was really great to rewatch it again. Really inspiring movie. Inspired me to go out there and train a little league baseball team to help fund my gambling debts so that sports bookies don't break my legs. I think it really inspired me to reach for that, and I'm glad that it did. I know though, of course, that movie falls into the white savior trope kind of thing. Like white guy comes in to help the black kids or black community or whatever. And I think it's good though to point that out. I think white savior is a good term because one, it points out that it takes away the focus from people of color, which they should have the focus on them. Also, it acknowledges that Jesus wasn't fucking white. I think that's just a really good point. You kill two birds with that one stone. Only thing though, it was weird watching that movie now that Keanu Reeves it's the one movie where Keanu Reeves gets his ass kicked. Like, you can't imagine that now. Like G-Baby would have been thoroughly avenged in that movie if John Wick era Keanu was in charge of that. Like, he would have gone like full murderous rampage on those gangsters. I don't know about you. Obviously I'm a comedian, and I want to go to therapy, but I just watch Sopranos. That does the job, Tony Soprano goes to therapy, and that's close enough. Obviously, like a lot of people though hated that series ended abruptly. You don't know what happens to Tony and his family and stuff. I like to think though, if they had made a reboot that update to the series, like Tony completes his arc, he goes and learns therapy and becomes a therapist. I really wish that would have been that seems like his end goal for that whole series. Like, just imagine going to therapy and Tony Soprano is your therapist and be like, "What do you mean you ain't taking your meds? Come on, you fanook, what are you doing? You're not taking your meds? I know there's a fucking stigma out there, but come on. It's important for you to that's the only way you're going to be able to take control of your mental health, all right? Okay, look. All right, if you have a panic attack, here's what you're going to do for the meantime, okay? All right, you gotta focus on your breath, all right? Up and down. Inhale, exhale. All right, just pretend you're seeing a feather up in the air. If it doesn't work, okay, you find 5 things, okay? 5 senses, you focus on those. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can feel, 2 things you can touch, 1 thing you can taste. And ideally, it'd be nice if it's a piece of gabagool, if you got some of that on you. If not, it's all right. Hey, you're doing all right up there. You're a good kid, all right? Just talk to Janice outside. We'll schedule you for next week, all right? Hey, you better be practicing self-care out there, asshole. I'm gonna find you, all right? Radical acceptance, motherfucker. Thank you, guys. You've all been great.
Keep it going for Cory, everyone.